Afternoon, my lovely. How are you doing? I thought I'd talk to you about that post that I've just done. If you haven't read it, go and have a look at it. But the first slide, helicopter, helicopter, helicopter. The first slide is talking about the difference between hoping something will happen and deciding something will happen. And I feel like this has been in action for me in the last 24 hours. And I thought I'd just run you through it. So, it's been a busy start to the week. We're only on Wednesday. And on Monday and Tuesday, I didn't get to the gym. My non-negotiable walk through the forest happened, but my gym time didn't happen. And I started to say to myself yesterday, what is going on with that? Like, why is something that I know is so good for me, so integral to my well-being, and so important in terms of the sort of quality that I can deliver in my business to my clients, why is that not happening? And I realised it was because I was hoping it would happen rather than deciding it would happen. I was getting up, I was putting my gym gear on. I mean, I do basically live in my active wear, but like I was putting my gym gear on saying, yeah, my intention is to go to the gym today. And then what was happening was like time was slipping away, windows of opportunities were slipping away, and what I also noticed was I was basically leveraging a story that I've told myself for a long time about what time I exercise. So I think I'd read somewhere that was some evidence to suggest that exercising after 3 o'clock in the afternoon has an impact on the quality of your sleep and your sort of circadian rhythms. And I was like, I took that on as a belief. Now, what I know to be true is that exercising in the morning is optimal for me. But like, I'd started to say when it got to like 3 o'clock, oh, well, it's 3 o'clock now, so the window of opportunity has been missed. I'm not going to go to the gym because it's going to impact on my sleep and blah, 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 blah. Thankfully, something popped up the other day in something Keith was listening to where there was another story around how exercising a couple of hours before you're due to go to bed can actually help with rest and sleep. I don't know which one of these is borne out by science, but there's certainly two stories that are out there. And so it got me thinking, and I decided to actually challenge this belief that I'd taken on board that I couldn't exercise after 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon. And I was like, is that really true? Have I got any evidence? Would it stand up in court? And the answer basically was no. So last night I was on a call with the gorgeous Victoria St. Fleur and the rest of us that are doing this like mastermind course together over the course of 3 months. And I noticed when I was on the call that I was yawning, I was finding it really hard to stay focused and concentrate. And I knew also, because she's in New York, that I knew this call would be two hours long, but I also knew that she's in New York, I'm in Paris. You know, I anticipated this was going to be a late call, but I don't think I anticipated quite how tired I was going to be. So, you know, one part of me could have said, I'm paying for this call, you know, I should stay on track. The perfectionist Virgo in me could have been saying, you know, you're here, you need to like see it out and so on. But I just decided doesn't mean anything about me or Victoria if I leave this call or the other people there. It just means I've made a decision to leave the call because there is maybe a better or efficient use of my time. And I came off the call knowing that I'd be able to watch it back later on. It was the kind of call that you can just listen to as a podcast. Didn't need my input. And I just said, I'm done. And I came into Keith and I said, tomorrow I've decided I'm going to the gym. There's no more hoping that I'll get to the gym. I've decided, and these are the steps that I'm going to take to ensure that I follow through on that decision. I will get my stuff ready. I'm going to have an early night. I'm going to set my alarm. I'm going to get up when you get up. And I'm going to be at the gym ready for it opening. I'm going to fall in with the doors and I'm going to work out. I'm not going to hope that it's going to happen. I'm literally going to decide. And when the alarm went off at 7 o'clock, I woke up, and I'm not lying. I wasn't like, whoa, I've decided to go to the gym. I did think to myself, oh God, I could go back to sleep for half an hour now. And then I was like, but I've decided I'm going to the gym. And a person who's decided they're going to the gym needs to get up at 7 o'clock and get her ass down there. And so that's what I did. And I went to the gym and I was there before it was open, 20 minutes before it was open, actually. So that was a bit of a fail. But I used that time to catch up on some messages while I walked around outside in the cold. And then I got in there and I gymmed it out and I felt so good afterwards. Came back, got a shower, got on my call, and like it set today up in a completely different tone. I do think sometimes we overcomplicate things. Like, it's literally a decision. And I think the difference between saying, I hope that I'll do that, and I've decided I will be doing that, is like the key piece. Just decide. Decide something and then put all the steps in place to make it as easy as possible for that to happen. And then remember, it's a decision. It's not something you're hoping to do. And be honest with yourself about the times when you are essentially using stories that you've told yourself about why something can't happen as a reason to back out of things. And it might mean that you need to keep yourself accountable in some way. You know, get a buddy, talk to someone, say it out loud, you know, say it to your partner, say it to your friend, say it to whoever, and hold yourself accountable. You know, get some skin in the game by basically saying to someone, this is what I'm doing and I want you to call me out for it, and not get involved in the excuses when I don't do it. I want you to like hold a mirror up to me. So that's what I wanted to share today. The difference between hoping something's going to happen and deciding something's going to happen. It's just a totally different vibe. It's a totally different approach. And I'm telling you now, more things actually transpire when you've decided they're going to happen than when you're just hoping for it. So there you go. I'm walking around the forest now with Buddy. Like, I've had such an amazing day, and it all comes down to that decision that I made last night. So yeah, right, I'm Oscar. Catch you in a bit.